Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Games Explained. In this game, I'm going to be telling you what is going through my mind as I attempt to play through a game on Inferno. This is Matchmaker, and I am playing with one friend. On pistol round, I'm going to go to middle with armor and a USP, and we're actually right now discussing who's playing what. The only problem is me and my teammate both want to play right side mid. Meanwhile, I'm just spotting mid and seeing if I see anyone until my teammate calls that they're hitting B. Now, my other teammate, Prince, has pushed up middle and taken out this guy in mid, which means that I'm going to follow him up banana so that we can flank around from behind. As we get up here, he spots out this guy in the corner and tells me to push him, so I do. Once we've taken down that guy, that leaves one left, which is taken out by the guy in construction, and I just defuse the bomb. Okay, so on this next round coming up, I always struggle to figure out what I want to buy. Do I want to go with a 5.7, which is a very powerful pistol and has 20 bullet clips, or do I want to go with a submachine gun? This time I decided to go with the submachine gun, but that also means that I'm spending a little bit extra money, so I decided to go without any nades, but I do still buy a kit and I do still buy head armor. Now, money management is very difficult and important, especially when you're an AWPer. This means that you're usually going to have at least 4.75k on the 4th round or 5.75k if you want full armor. Plus, let's not get into utilities with smokes, flashes, and nades. Here they've taken B, they made the call, we rotated over, and Insanity actually just locked it down. What was originally going to be a scary round when they had taken out our first player there turned into a pretty easy round, and I was just going to come over here towards construction and hold a crossfire with Prince. This is 3rd round, and now I got a little bit extra cash from the round, and I'm going to buy a smoke grenade so that I can throw it into middle to prevent a full rush up. The reason this tends to stop the rush is usually teams and players are scared to go through it without... The reason this usually will stop a rush is if you throw a smoke down, when someone's coming through it, it makes it far more difficult to see the person coming out of the smoke than it does looking into the smoke. Now we hear that they have AKs, we're going to try to play passively. Prince wants me to take a couple shots and try to bait them out towards me so that he can shoot them in the back with his shotgun, dealing massive amounts of damage. So I keep taking some shots from this side until they start to come up middle.
I am throwing smoke.
The only problem is they throw a smoke before coming up. So Prince starts spamming his shotgun through it, trying to do as much damage as he can. Meanwhile, they spam back and take me down. Luckily, Lotan's here in the apartments. He's able to take one down there, another one here, and that one there. Which makes it so that the odds are now evened up 2-2. He comes out and does a lot of damage to this Quincy guy, which in fact wins us the round. This is the 4th round, and on this round I will usually buy an AWP. Now, since I haven't been playing at all before this game, and this was the first game of the day, I decided what I wanted to do was play a little bit more aggressive than normally, so that I could see if I could get my aim on. Because once I start getting into a rhythm and hitting my shots, I'm a lot more effective than when I have to rely on only having pre-placed aim. So here you can see I missed a couple pretty easy shots, but the point of it there was to spot them out, see if I could get some damage in, and see if I could make some hits. But I haven't made any hits yet, and I'm going to continue to re-peek middle. I keep getting spammed at their pistol, so I'm not too scared yet. Haven't been dinked. End up killing that guy, and I know that there's a guy in alt mid. So I push up to the bench, seeing if I can kill the guy alt mid, but I'm peeking from the guy pit. I decide my best course of action is to push him, and then check my flank before I can get flanked. Okay, this round I'm going to pretty much do the same thing. I'm still not feeling too accurate with my shot, and I really want to keep doing the aggressive picks right now while I can continue to throw them off. So I'm going to peek this angle, and knowing that they're going to probably buy this round, I'm not going to peek any farther than that lamppost. And the reason behind that is if they have an AWP, he's going to have to peek around the lamppost, which is going to give him a harder peek on me than I have on him, so I have a little bit of a reaction time advantage on him. Now I'm going to make my way over towards B because my teammate went down. I'm going to peek this corner. As you can see, he's peeking it right now, and he didn't see anyone, but this guy peeks out and shoots a bullet. I'm not able to react in time, but I'm going to still re-peek it and try to hold this angle. Luckily, this smoke is not a great smoke, and I can see through a little bit of it, but that flash kind of scares me off of it. So I throw a flash before trying to re-peek it, which didn't end up paying off well for me, especially because when that smoke was coming in, I knew that it was going to pop on me and I wasn't going to be able to see anything. Insanity still manages to hold the site down very well. And gets taken out. So now Prince is over here and Lotan, and Lotan's going to go around this way and Prince is going to pinch around from the other side. Tries to smoke Prince off, but Prince has bomb. So he's just going to hold this and see if we can see the guy's feet underneath it, and the other guy actually spots him first, but he does see his feet and he takes him out. So someone drops me an AWP because luckily they're letting me play sniper on this team, even though me and Prince are fighting a little bit for right side of mid. So I'm going to peek middle again since I have been hyper aggressive. I still just want to try doing this so that I can get a couple shots to hit. Once I get a couple shots to fall for me, I want to play a little more passively, or if we start losing rounds, I'll start playing more passively. That's really my goal. Right now I'm just exploiting it as long as I can. Prince is going to check in here and get shot in the back because he didn't see the guy in the corner. So I try to get the trade kill, but I'm unable to, and I'm going to fall back. This means that I'm going to have to watch this very passively. But since I realize the guy in pit has already gone down, I actually have to rotate over and watch pit. Luckily I get the bomb down with that first shot, and I try to take the second shot. In hindsight, I probably should have hid behind the wall after the first shot, but for some reason I just didn't think he had an M4 on him. That leaves Insanity and Soy Bean Mammon in a situation of a 2v1. The pit's smoked off pretty well with the exception of that little angle that Insanity's looking at. And Soybean is about to take him out, so now he can defuse. Now I died again, but I'm hoping that someone will drop me an AWP because I wasn't paying that much attention at the end of the round to the actual screen. But since no one did, I ended up buying myself one and some armor. I decided not to go with any nades because my teammate I thought would have nades, but it looks like he doesn't have nades either. And I'm going to peek middle. Soybean takes out the guy in mid. And now the B guys are calling for Soybean to rotate back over because he was supposed to be playing B, but he did have a middle spawn, so he decided to take it. This leaves me on truck side mid, watching apartments and left side. So I take out this guy middle after he kills my teammate, and then I look towards mid, giving them the entire other side if they decided to come up. But there are calls on banana, so right now I'm pretty confident that they're not going that way. There I peeked out, was hoping to catch a guy in pit, and I did, but I wasn't able to make the shot. Again, this is where that whole aggressive play is coming into. The more I miss, the more I want to play aggressively to try to hit a shot, which is not going to pay off for me. While aggressive peaks here and there aren't a bad idea, doing it over and over again is going to result in a predictable outcome, which means the other person is going to know that you're going to peek out and just kind of pre-fire you or just set up to shoot you when you come out the next time. Here they take the site, and Lotan's left in sight by himself. He does have bomb down, he knows where he was spotted last, so he's going to watch this side in case he tries to flank around. He hears a shot, and then he takes some shots at the guy, but he's taken down, leaving Insanity in another clutch situation. Go Insanity. Insanity was the hero of this game, as he kept coming in whenever we needed him to, but this time he wasn't able to. So here I have a rifle and a 5.7. I'm not a very good rifle, I will admit it straight up. Especially against higher level players. So I'm going to try to play here over by pit and see if I can do something. I believe I actually push through halls and see if I can catch someone off guard. As far as I knew, our hall player never pushed through halls, so they wouldn't expect something like this. Luckily, I was able to spot out this guy in middle, and I make my way over towards him as quietly as possible, hoping that I can take him down. I do manage to take him down and look towards middle, thinking about the AWP, but he's already pushed up banana. He is watching down banana, however. So I'm going to come over here and check to the right. I do a little jump peek in case he is there so he can't shoot me in the head. And then I trade this guy at car. Leaves me in a 2v1 situation. Now, my goal here is to try to get one pick, and if I can get that one pick, I can go in. But if I can't get this one pick quickly, then I have no chance. So once I got flashed there, I look for a quick second, and I'm like, I'll take a shot, nothing there, I'm going to fall off and go save my gun. Saving an AWP is always a good idea in a situation that you're not going to win. And there, they had a good crossfire going, and if I wasn't able to get that early pick going on, there was a good chance the bomb would go off before I could ever defuse it. So here I'm going to make my way back towards middle again. I'm going to peek it, and I take a shot hitting the guy through the side of the wall because I over-peeked it. I actually think that I stopped and then started moving again. He peeks back out, and I take him out through the side of the wall because he was injured. And then I fall into sight. I'm actually going to come around here and watch it from the right side since I do have a person in apartments. And now I'm going to re-peek middle as my teammate has just got an aggressive kill with a nade, and I don't see anyone there, but I'm just going to hold this angle. If they fall back, I'm going to call it to my teammates, and if my teammates call for me to rotate, I'm going to rotate. That smoke there actually was bad for my teammate because I didn't know he was going to flank like that. If I had known, I wouldn't have thrown that smoke because it just made it more difficult for him to come in. Whereas I just wanted them to like look back for a second to make sure that nothing was coming behind them. Now I pushed through the smoke because my teammate had called that there was a guy there, and I was really hoping I could, shoot him in the back. But in all honesty, it didn't matter if I got the kill or if he got the kill. If he was distracted from both sides, he was only going to be able to get one of us without pulling something amazing.
Thank you. Come on, your job.
Again, remember when you're playing this game that your life doesn't really matter in those kind of situations. It's just about winning the round, because I might have had an expensive gun, but usually your teammates will pick it up and give it back to you. In this case, it didn't happen, so I end up having to play this next round with a 5.7. I hide in the smoke and my teammate gets that first kill while I'm blind, and another guy comes up middle and I go get the M4. Now I didn't actually see the guy come up middle on my screen, or at least I didn't notice it, but when I check over here, he kills that, and then I try to kill this next guy, but I get taken out. This leaves us with a 2v1 situation again. Insanity's pinching from one side, and Soy is pinching from the other side. And Insanity's able to take him down. Now I have enough money to buy myself, so I end up buying myself a kit, an AWP, and armor. I don't have any utilities with nades, but I don't typically need them as a sniper on this map because I can sit there and play the passive angle while my teammate throws stuff towards mid. He's only got a nade though. So I'm going to peek this angle as they're pushing up because they did throw a bad smoke. And then I'm going to try to play from this corner. Now I do miss the first guy coming up, but I am able to re-peek the spot. And my teammate gets taken out over by Cubby. In my opinion, he shouldn't have peeked out. The better play would have been having him bait me there until they had come up and him killing those guys while I defended myself as best I could. We might have gotten away with that and then just retaken the site. Soybean's going to come into the site with a knife, and Insanity takes him down. They do manage to save the AWP, but as far as I can tell, Lotan and Soybean don't like dropping AWPs. So Soy's going to try to pick middle, and I think I'm going to try to pick middle. I make my way over towards mid, I check mid, but I'm flashed off of it, and I believe I try to come back to it. Just trying to catch him off guard between flashes, but then he does another nice flash. Luckily my teammate throws a smoke, which is going to keep him from trying to push up, and I'm able to rotate off when my other teammate calls someone at B. So here I'm going to check this angle again, since as a sniper being in that bush, it's hard for people to see you. But I end up pushing through the smoke when it lands on me to try to get one cheeky kill as they come in. Now had they thrown a flash correctly, I probably wouldn't have been able to get that kill. But since they didn't, I was able to. And there, the shot was on the guy through the spool, but it didn't seem to do any damage to him, and another guy jumps over that spindle and attacks me. So we're in a situation where it's a 1v1 right now. Okay, so Prince wasn't able to win that, but he gave it a good shot. And honestly, we took down a lot of them where they weren't going to gain that much money off of it. They got the bomb plant, they did lose a lot. Now if we can win this round, their money system will be completely screwed. So I'm going to make my way towards middle with my 5-7. And Prince actually pushes straight into it, which was really unexpected for me. So I'm going to peek middle and try to take this guy down at the corner, and I'm able to do so. And I know another guy's going to try to push me since they know I have a pistol especially. So I try to re-peek out, but I'm not able to finish anyone else off. This puts our teammates in a 2v4 situation, and Insanity actually flanks these two guys and gets taken out from middle. But he does a decent amount of damage to him considering. So we got one guy with 33 HP, one guy with 66 HP, and our teammate has an AWP. So he's going to shoot this guy going towards pit, which leaves him in a 1v1, which is a good situation. There's a good chance he can win this. So if he chooses to, he should go for it. And he's got full utility, so he's going to molly off pit, throw a nade into sight, and he's going to clear everything the best he can. Luckily, Molly pushed through, which would have been the better play, is just to sit in pit and peek out when he started trying to defuse, and just hid from him until that point so he didn't know where he was. I got my AWP again, and I'm going to make my way back towards middle. I still haven't really hit the kind of shots that I was hoping I'd be hitting by this point in the game, so I'm still playing a little bit more aggressively than I probably should. Luckily, at this point I've noticed that they've only tried to pick middle maybe once, and it was unsuccessful, so I'm not too worried about them doing that. Here though, I do hear the pistols, and my teammate's pushing through trying to clear the pistols while I'm just holding his middle to make sure no one flanks him. He does go down, and now I have to worry about the boiler door and mid. So I keep switching between the both, trying to catch them before they come out. My other teammate is actually in pit, so if they do come out, it's not such a big deal. But then my teammates get taken out over at B, and I need to rotate over. It's 3v1 over there. Now it's 2v1. I see a little bit of him and try to take him out, but I'm not able to hit the shot. He takes out everyone in the site, and then Quincy comes around and utterly obliterates me, but Soy is able to take him down. In all honesty, I did not expect the late rotation from Banana. I expected they'd all be in sight by that point, and when they weren't, I was a little bit thrown off. Now, at the beginning of the round, you'll sometimes see me aiming from head to head. That's because my aim is just not feeling good. Just like I'm aiming at these plants from plant to plant, back and forth, just trying to get my muscle memory down so that I can innately go from target to target. But right now, I am struggling with my aim. It just feels all over the place, and I feel way shaky. Shaky in the sense that I'm not smooth. I'm not able to stay on target. So I'm able to take that first guy out, and then I watch the smokes, because like I had said earlier, coming through the smoke you have a bit of a disadvantage to someone standing on the other side of it. They'll end up seeing you first, and especially with a gun like the 5.7 at that close range, it'll take that person out in one bullet to the head, and he's got an AK, he's going to have to stop moving before it's accurate, so I have a massive advantage. So Lotan's over here, and he's going to check towards middle. He's got bomb down, and he's got this AK. Last guy's got 50 health, and our teammate actually said that he did a little bit damage to him. So he's a little bit overconfident, but he's not able to take him down. That's the end of the first half, where we went 11 rounds to 4. I'll probably make a second video for the second half because I prefer to do it that way. It's a little bit easier to render for my computer.